So to start the show, what do you call it when a wizard summons a bolt of electricity from the sky?
Oh, God.
You call it a lightning cast.
Oh, gosh.
Yes, folks.
For those of you who are waiting for puns, too late. Just
I hate to keep people waiting, Michael. This is the Lightning Cast, the official podcast for Lightning Comics and Games.
that's getting cut. I'm going to tell you right now.
You can't cut it.
Fine, I'll leave it in, but everyone else...
Find it.
Oh, yeah, really? Find it. 1 week later, oh, he cut it.
Shouldn't that be like in the Legend of the Hidden Temple crap? Find it.
Mystery Island.
How hard is it to make a 3-piece puzzle? It's the silver monkey. It's the base. It's the body. It's the head. How difficult? Watch that show. Watch how dumb people are. I've got the silver. They like put the body and then the base and the head. No wonder why the temple guards just come out there and slap him in the head and take one of their talismans. Like, you don't deserve this, and just walk out.
For those of you who don't realize, Mike is really hung up on that silver monkey.
Stupid silver monkey.
Old Mac hated his job. Just to put it out there.
He just stood there being a rock face. I'm Andy.
I'm LG, I think.
I'm Mike, and I still do hate the silver monkey.
I'm Ace, and I'm also LG.
Holy God. I'm Ace, and I'm also
You
LG.
could actually
Find
sound
me.
like the Batman right now.
Find me.
Yes.
Okay, we played that joke out.
I know it's gone way too far.
Find it. Okay, what do we do now?
Well, now comes
And now what comes next?
and now comes the part where we talk about what we read this last week. So we're gonna start with Ace because he can't talk and he's reading Green Lantern. I just try to get the most unpleasant. I try to get the most unpleasant part out of the way first.
Why are you still here?
Oh!
It's okay, buddy. I'm along with you, but I don't think that deserved a whole, like, oh, you got served moment. I just don't see that.
Well, the fact that you are here is still unpleasant. I love you,
I'm
Andy.
too tired to give a damn right now. So. I drove all the way from Lewiston to get here in time. So
And then he had to watch me play Super Mario and die a couple times. And that.
Die a
couple times.
2,000
And
times.
complain about, can we get pizza now?
The man was hungry. I don't blame him.
A man cannot live on bread alone. He also needs cheese, tomato sauce, and pepperoni. So LG, I mean Ace.
Don't insult me. Curve.
No, you're fine.
Actually,
I know.
it does take a lot.
Ace, what the hell you got there?
Well, I read Green Lantern number 10. From the last issue, Hal Jordan and Nagato, or whatever the heck the little ugly dude was called, destroyed the Lantern, and all the people that were under the Lantern's control broke free of it, and they're all a bunch of lunatics, and, well, they're pursuing the Green Lantern. They're going, we're going to get them. I was like, yeah. And so Sinestro goes, I need your help. It's like, what? Since when do you need my help? You make me put this ring back on, da-da-da-da-da. So the whole point is they're trying to repair the Lantern so they're not going to get killed. And the leader of the Indigo tribe, I can't remember her name, but she actually still feels compassion without the ring. It's okay, I didn't smell it.
Okay.
I did.
And well, basically, Jordan's like, how in the hell am I supposed to do this? The ring's short on power, and I can't do this without the whole power. It's like, but you're in a Lantern, Jordan. It's your life. Oh, right, yeah, you make me put this ring back on.
Isn't he an Indigo Lantern?
He was
Don't they
free from
use-
it. That's why
they were-
But don't they use the power of love? Dun, 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 dun.
I'm not even going to dignify that with, find me.
Where's your point? Find me.
So, while
Where's your point? Find it.
Jordan escorts the little dude who was the guardian of the ring, the Lantern, after he gets threatened by Sinestro. It's like, okay, fear's not the answer this time. He's like, you're not right. And it's like, Sinestro actually goes, okay, what? Since when the hell do you say okay to whatever I say? And so he takes on the people that are broken. Sinestro does by himself. He defends. Well, they go find the parts of the lantern to put it together. And it's like the little dude says, well, there's no spark to put the ring back together because they need like a little bit of the initial light to put the ring back to the lantern back together. And the chick who was Erok, I don't know. She's the child killer or something like that, and she had actually assassinated Abin Sur's daughter. And she still, even without the power of the Indigo Lantern, she feels the compassion that his daughter's death really, messed up Abin Sur. So he goes, oh, she's still got a ring. There's the spark, and they put the lantern back together using her, and everybody else is online. Meanwhile, the Black Hand, William Hand, has taken off the Indigo ring, and they're searching for him. He can't find him. The ring's going, come back to me. No, I don't want the power. He falls off a cliff to his death. Blap. And okay, and everybody's fixed, and they're back to being compassion, and it's like, release Sinestro from the power, he says, and it's like, no, because we can't trust him. And it's like, well, swear to us that, he can be capable of becoming a hero again.
Swear to me.
Kind of, yeah. And he's like, I want to believe.
I swear to God.
Meanwhile, the corpse of, or we think is the corpse of William Hand, the black ring returns to him going, I want to go home.
That actually is kind of an interesting plot point with that.
So there's the revenge. The next issue is pretty much the revenge of the Black Hand.
I was always a big fan of the Black Lanterns. I
Well,
always liked
obviously,
that idea.
It was a great design, too.
But it's like, hey, he falls off a cliff to his death on his head, and then, hey, I'm still alive. Here comes the ring.
The ring basically is like, you died in a crappy-ass way. Here's your second try to die better.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Kind of quick, simple, to the point. So I'd give it at least 3 plummeting black hands out of 5.
How'd you die? Fell to my death. Doing what? Running away from a ring.
Find me.
Oh.
Oh.
Can I let the joke die, please?
It's gonna
It
die a
just
horrible
did.
death soon.
Black hand.
It's been resurrected with the black ring, and
I
then
get it. Now I really wish I didn't hear it.
necro joking.
Necro humor.
Wow.
Boy, I really dig
You're
that
just
one.
dying to get it.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah. I
He
heard
said necro humor. I really dig that.
Wow. I are sad now.
Talk about beating a dead horse.
Be right back.
So, Ace, you got a second book there.
Yes, I got the second book. This is number 1, Spider-Man. That's right, plural Spider-Man, written by Brian Michael Bendis.
BMB.
And it's like I said, limited 5-issue series where this the Spider-Man from the normal
Marvel
universe is in by all the standpoints of the cover. He's going to meet the new Spider-Man of the Ultimate Comics universe. Nice. So it starts out with everybody's favorite webhead, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, swinging through the city, doing what he does best. Loving that, it's like, what anybody with spider powers would do. I can get away from all my problems, just swinging through the city, stopping crimes, having a good old time. It's like, too bad I don't have a lady, whatever. But then he takes out the guy Indiana Jones style, kicking through the window, and he's even, jokes with the guy. He's like, well, he's actually driving the truck down the street, talking to the guy. He's stopping. How exciting for you. You're just driving by, minding your own business, and, oh, my God, Spider-Man just dropped in. Wow. And he's like, in his mind, he's thinking, I'm not the only hero flying around. There's Iron Man and Thor and all this. And the police finally get this car pulled over, and I told Spider-Man, get out of the car. It's like, I wasn't driving, right? And it's like, the cops say, take off your mask and get down on the ground. It's like, I have a better idea. Of course, raises his hands. You calm down, and I leave. And he's gone. So he sees this bright plume of purple light, and it's like, what the heck's that going on? So he checks out this abandoned warehouse. And as he goes through, there's this huge pulsating purple light in the middle of the room.
Wait, is this the Green Lantern book?
No, this is Spider-Man.
I know. I'm just being funny. Apparently it's not working. I was trying to be funny, and I failed.
You failed miserably.
And I apologize for that.
I apologize for that right there. Take care of the pygmies in New Guinea.
And he's like looking at all the tech that's lying around. It's like, why does this look familiar? And he holds up like a glass bowl. It's like, crap. It's Mysterio. Don't go.
Picard.
Yeah, now he's bald. I don't know why he's bald now, but he tries to attack Spider-Man. He's like, really? Not cool. You know how this is gonna end. I kick your ass. I break another one of your helmets. And he's like, you're surprised to see me as I was to see you, but why exactly are you here?
I didn't know Spock was a sound effect.
Spock.
Just kicks him. I've never kicked someone that had the Spock sound effect. Spock. That's illogical.
Live long and prosper.
But he's like, why you? And it's like, I was just thinking the same thing. He's like, no, not you. And it's like, you're giving me more of a complex than I already have. Battles Mysterio. And he's like, you have no idea what you're dealing with. You have no idea what I'm capable of. It's like the monologue. Yeah, whatever. Webs him up. I missed out on when you died the first time. Not this time. It's like, what the hell are you talking about, basically? What are you talking about? I died. This, that, and the other thing. And it's like, this is a power drink. Well, I got to get... He goes, guess who's got Tony Stark and Reed Richards' personal phone number? So, yeah, you get back to that jail or whatever. They clearly can't hold you for more than 5 minutes. And the big brains will shut this down. His spider sense goes off. He dodges, gets sucked into the portal. So it's apparently a portal. And he's like, well, where the hell am I? It's New York, but it was night in his present day, but now it's daytime. What happened? Where the hell am I? Do.
Hello.
Just swinging around, crashes through a woman's apartment, and it's like,
Why wouldn't he?
Exactly. And then he, breaks her spine, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can help you clean it up. Get out. Well, step up from the last woman I met. I talked to her. Wow. And he sees somebody getting trounced in the alley. Comes down, helps them out, and it's like, wait a minute, he's like, that. No offense, but that costume's terrible. It's like, excuse me? I mean, he's like, thanks for saving me, but can't you come up with your own costume? Like, what does that mean? It's like, we all need heroes, but that was Peter Parker's. You shouldn't be wearing. What did you say? He goes. You're gonna tell me you're dressed up like that and don't know who Peter Parker is? It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever, but thanks anyway. And then he runs into Ultimate Comic Spider-Man, Miles Morales,
in a much better costume. It's just I've always really loved Miles' Spider-Man costume.
So he's been sent. Basically, he got sent to the dimension where the Ultimate Spider-Man is, where Peter Parker actually died.
That's interesting. That's an interesting story. Then the two of them.
They did. I mean, back in the late '90s, they did it with like a one-shot graphic novel, Spider-Man meeting Spider-Man 2099, another time rift kind of thing.
Here's the hoping it continues to go up,
Yeah, it's the first issue out of a 5 limited series, so I'll give it 2 out of 5 Spider-Man meeting. Just not really all together today.
Oh, I don't blame you.
And I'm suffocating for LG's voice.
Yeah, you still can't tell Ace really is not doing too well with his voice.
But he manned through it, got here, he's doing the show. He's a badass.
And I'm LG.
The smoke clears, just walks away. What? You expect me to vanish?
You
Find me.
I shouldn't have breathed in that smoke.
I was allergic to smoke. You found me.
Then again, I am that lazy. Find me. Smoke
you.
clears. I was like, oh yeah, I was supposed to run.
They catch him when he's having a midnight snack. Steven, what? Find me.
Then the smoke clears, still shows me there with a sandwich. I was like,
He'll the sandwich
yeah, I'm eating. Leave me
and
alone.
a piece of pie. What? It was for the theatrics.
It's like, I'm not leaving my food.
Yeah, that was just for special effects.
He vanishes in the food itself. Goes. How did he do that?
You guys have a napkin? No? Find one.
Oh, say what you did.
We're gonna drag
Really?
this out. You're the one who brought it back. We didn't even
I
know.
know.
Until you brought it
I
back.
didn't even remember that skit, and then you brought it up.
I didn't know it was gonna be this bad.
Okay. While we're on the subject of Spider-Man, LG's got something. LG, what do you got?
I have, what was it, 687?
Amazing.
Yeah, sure, why not? If you want to call it that.
The
The world's
Spider-Man.
greatest superhero, the Amazing Spider-Man.
Damn, Skippy.
It's called
I
Ends
don't
of the
need
Earth.
smoke clouds. Yeah.
I have more than one girlfriend.
Well, this wonderful chapter begins where it's Spider-Man and a few others taking on the Avengers. I like how the first thing I see is Mysterio running away from Red Hulk saying, I agreed to fight Dr. Octopus, not the entire Avengers squad. Because apparently...
He's running away from another bad idea. Oh no, it's Rolk.
Well, Roll shows up, so I'm like, nope. And you just turn around and you're out.
Because apparently, what's his name? Dr. Octopus...
Living
Whatever
embodiment of a paraplegic in an octopus suit.
Yeah. He
Yeah, he's
took
getting
control of
ready
the
to die.
Avengers with the Autobots.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They really look like spiders, though.
Well, spiders have 8 legs. Octopi have 8 legs. Bots, they would intrinsically have a similar design.
Yeah, whatever.
Science thrust.
I think my favorite part in this whole battle
Science.
was it shows Thor about to hit Spider-Man, who's apparently in Iron Man's armor. Spider armor,
yeah,
I don't
it's
know
the
what
spider-
it's called.
The iron spider armor.
No,
so anyways,
it was like it was basically his spider spacesuit.
Oh right.
Like, yeah, the
Spider-
Doctor.
this one right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spider.
he has
The
his,
spider's
uh,
bad. Spider.
The device that could fix the ozone, or if you don't pay me what I want, I'm going to destroy the planet.
So find me.
So anyways,
I'm in space.
this one part just makes me laugh because Thor about to hit Spider-Man. And Spider-Man remembers the inscription on the hammer. All of a sudden, the hammer slips out of Thor's hand. And okay, Thor's being controlled, so I guess because of the rules, you know, where it says, whoever holds this hammer,
Yeah,
if he be worthy.
I'm familiar with that. So if you say
I have a hammer just like that.
I guess the fact that he's being controlled by someone doesn't make him worthy anymore.
oh,
That's what I guess this whole
yeah.
point is. So the hammer slips out.
It's not the person, it's the mind.
Yeah.
That's what really is working.
So anyways, Thor about to hit Spider-Man. We bring up this roll, the hammer slips out. Then Spider-Man's about to do something,
Right when
but
the plot actually takes effect. Oh no, I'm gonna die! Don't forget, if he be worthy.
but that doesn't matter anyways, because Thor just, you know, freaking haymakers him into the sky.
yeah, it's like still a god, bam.
Yeah, it's like, no hammer, who cares?
Still a god.
But they apparently pull off one heck of a miracle where they knock out all the Autobots off of them. And now everyone's back to their senses. And then we go to this whole ship, the Zenith. I don't know, it's some kind of ship full of all these Norwegian jerks and... Hi, Mike.
Thanks. They pillage your
They're
part.
about to crash into
LG,
this tower.
Have a little sensitivity. It's Nordic jerks.
Oh, okay then. So anyways, they're about to crash into this tower that's in the middle of the ocean.
This one.
This tower fires missiles at the boats. They're like, not good! Then right behind them, pops.
No, really?
No. Yeah, torpedoes coming their
catch 'em.
way.
Torpedo bad.
Well, can I continue, please? Because like I said, torpedoes coming their way. They're like, not good. Then all of a sudden, one of Dr. Octopus's machines pops out from behind them, and someone says, not better. So I was like, torpedoes, not good. Giant robot, not better. But anyways, I don't know, they crash into this tower. Well, the machine, the robot, whatever, totally skips over them, rams right into the tower, and it turns out it was Spider-Man the Avengers driving this boat. They have a little,
Who the hell
ensuing
gives
battle.
boating licenses to superheroes?
Who needs a license if you're a superhero?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I have my license. Why bother?
It's like, excuse me, Thor, are you licensed to fly in this area? You're dead because of lightning.
Let me drop the hammer.
So anyways, they break it.
Too soon.
They break into this
Hammer
tower.
time.
They have a fight with Dr. Octopus. They beat the crap out of him, and it ends with,
Not that hard. He's almost dead anyway.
I don't know, it just ends with them on a boat.
On a boat!
That's it.
It's going to be a 3-hour tour.
I'm going to give...
Spidey's Island next week.
Sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a people.
Oh my god.
Which started with us.
I really hope that ship stayed lost. I prayed they were never
There was a
found.
made-for-TV movie. It was kind of like a sequel to the series where they got rescued.
Yeah.
And they were
Rescued
all
from
so
Gilligan
lonely.
They got
They decided to go back
yeah.
because they missed
We
each
missed
other's
the
company.
island.
You couldn't have just had like a get together. Hey, we're having a barbecue. Sounds cool. Sounds good. No, let's overcomplicate things. We're gonna go back to the island. Oh no,
We've been on this island for 2 years or something. Let's stay there.
Did you clean the compass, Gilligan? Yeah, there was something stuck inside. I took that out, cleaned out the inside really good, put it together. What'd you do with the thing that was inside? Oh, I threw it away. That was the magnet, you idiot! Boom, they're on the island. Oh, could we get stuck on another island? No, it's not another island, Skipper. And here's a piece of the minnow. Ah, damn it.
Like I said, I wish they were never found. That was just me. But anyways,
Were you going to rate the book?
I was trying to, but somehow we brought up Gilligan, and I'm just gonna give it a.
3-hour tour.
Well, it's a 3.5. Not betters. That's it. Not good. Not better. And that's how this book was.
Not good, not better.
Yeah. And the end.
Michael, what do you got?
I'm holding Deadpool 56.
Surprise.
The second issue in the Deadpool Reborn series. Woo! Yeah, I'll just try to sum it together. He still doesn't have his healing factor. Still nursing a lost pinky. He's like, are we getting soft? He's asking himself this. If you know Deadpool, he's got the 3 personalities. You got the left brain, right brain, and the guy in between. Just go.
Because it really works
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
I like tacos.
Pancakes. Pancakes.
Yes, pancakes. Everyone remembers the infamous 10,000 pancakes.
Wasn't that in
Deadpool.
Merc with the Mouth?
No, I was actually in a regular Deadpool title.
No, I think it was in Merc with the Mouth.
I can show you the issue.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Pancakes.
Now, chances are it probably wasn't
Stereo,
Merc. I just
we're
completely
available.
overcast. I just remember it was actually in a mainstream title. It was actually tied into the
Batman
whole
sucks.
Dark Avengers stuff.
Batman does
So
suck.
he's like, his brain's telling him, yeah, we're getting soft. And so he goes. He's like, well, we have to retrain ourselves to actually fight again, and we have to remember that we can actually die now.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because remember when Deadpool lost his healing factor, all of a sudden he realized he can't fight worth a damn.
Yeah, because he was so reliant on his healing factor. He's like, I can take the hits. Doesn't matter.
Man
So
actually has to worry about it.
he goes and asks his best friend, Taskmaster, to help him out. If you have any idea who Taskmaster is, he's the rival to Deadpool, basically. Another mercenary out there that
Apparently he's really good at completing tasks.
and he's really good at...
That and he can watch
being a
anybody do a certain move and be able to copy
Yep.
it right afterwards.
He's got the best attention to detail out there. And so Deadpool teams up with him. They're like, okay, I'll teach you again, I'll get you on top of everything, but first you have to help me out with something. And so they're gonna basically steal what do they call it, PIM particles or whatever.
Oh, the PIM particles.
Yeah, PIM particles. If you don't know what those are, I believe
What
it
are
is,
those?
They were discovered by Hank Pym to regulate his size.
to shrink or get larger. And all that stuff.
Hey,
That guy?
that's Ant-Man?
Ant-Man, Giant
Slash
Man,
Giant
yeah.
Man?
Whatever the heck he's called. That
Depending
guy.
on the day and how much Viagra.
Seriously? Okay, looking at Taskmaster, I was like, did the Red Skull fall in some bleach or something? That's what it looks like.
Well, that's actually, I believe it's just a mask of his.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's what.
The Off-White Skull.
And he explains with the PIM particles, that's how S.H.I.E.L.D. can have such a huge armory come out of nowhere, because they shrink down a bunch of it and resize it when there's an emergency.
That's what a pin's made out of, pin particles.
The Avengers and the big house.
Yeah. And so
Now it's a little house on a prairie.
So they're going to try and raid this stockhouse of them, and Deadpool's like, we're going to raid for weapons. We've already got weapons. Like, no. We're just going to go for the PIM particles, because everyone else has been trying to get a hold of them. I mean, China will pay fortunes for these. I mean, they will make us rich men.
Fortunes, plural.
Yes, fortunes.
Deadpool, breaking armory, find particles.
With this mission, he's like, there's no better way to train you than just to do the job. And he's like, now, if we're going to do this, how would I have done this? Like, Deadpool's asking himself this. He asked Taskmaster, how would I have done this? And he's like, you would have walked straight forward and pulled every one of their defenses toward you. Because that's how crazy you are. And Deadpool's like, we wouldn't do that. And his mind's like, yes, we would.
Tacos.
And he's like, just telling us, like, shut up, I know. So he walks in there, no defense, no nothing, and he's basically just serving as a distraction for Taskmaster to get in there. And scene cuts to, was it the Trapster, I think his name is now?
Yeah.
Paste Pot Pete. He has realized that Deadpool
Wait,
does
I
not...
got that guy already.
Yeah. That Deadpool doesn't have his healing factor because he sees an image of him more currently, and his glove, where his pinky is still flapping in the wind. So
Why does he look like Lex Luthor? Or is that another?
no, that's
Which one's which?
That's Trapster right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like freaking Lex Luthor.
And so
Luthor or Luthor.
they keep
whatever.
telling, yeah, Luthor,
That guy.
yeah, Luthor,
Thor.
and. Trapster's group is still telling him, like, shut up, stop bragging about beating Deadpool, he'll just be back, he's got a healing factor. He sees that and goes, oh no he doesn't. And so he decides to track him down himself. Long story short, Taskmaster, there's a great moment here where Deadpool's just like, I'm having a really hard time here, I hope it's just as hard for Taskmaster. And the next thing you see is just Taskmaster opening the box of PIM particles and is like, I'm rich! I'm rich!
Oh, that shot right there.
That's hysterical.
Oh my god.
And long story short, Deadpool's about to meet his end, and then Trapster shows up, starts helping him with the defeating the robots, and he's like, well, basically pulls a Vegeta syndrome. It's like, no one will beat you but me. And that's how they lead into it. And you find out that yeah, it is a huge
Yes, I know, I've seen it.
And in the book, it kind of caught me odd that Deadpool is actually going to be in.
Caught you odd?
Yes, caught me odd.
Okay then, I like it. It caught me odd.
I was being odd and it caught me.
Yeah. I was enjoying
stroke
my
your
evening
beard
being
when
odd, and I was caught.
Stroke your beard when you say that. It caught me odd.
Dapper as hell. Deadpool's actually going to make an appearance in the book Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz.
And why not?
Does anyone else find that a little strange?
Not in the slightest.
It's
I think he's going to get there, and as Ace was putting it, like, ask for his healing factor back with the wizard.
He's probably going to be like the Scarecrow.
Yeah, and realize that the wizard's absolutely full of crap. Because seriously, how'd you go, I want wisdom. Well, here's this. I want courage. With this is courage. It's like telling a kid, I want to be brave. With this flashlight, you can defeat all the demons. It's just he serves.
Be brave with this
I can get you
fire.
back to your homeland in this blimp. It's like you don't have any.
I want my healing
powers.
factor back. Here's a box of Band-Aids.
Band-Aids. Here's some morphine and a prayer.
Look, the little Avengers Band-Aids.
The Iron Man on it. Woo! I guess you see Deadpool like, yes! looking at Dorothy, who's going back home. I got the better deal. Turns around and runs away.
Yes, I got Iron Man Benny. He walks away, comes back. Just a minute.
With the Wizard of Oz, it wouldn't be just like a full thing. It'd be half a box of Band-Aids.
Yeah.
Just to sink it in there that the wizard's full of crap. Because when I was a kid
healing
watching,
factor was in you this whole
exactly.
time.
When I was a kid watching the Wizard of Oz, I was like the only one that was pissed off. I'm like, he has no powers. He's full of lies.
Did I
You
pay
wasted your
attention to the
time.
man behind the curtain?
Because he can't do crap.
Yeah. You had it the entire time.
And Dorothy, you wanted it there, Mike. Oh, Family Guy.
Yes.
I didn't want that. Well, you got it.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna cut off that one. I'm gonna give it a rating of probably the storyline is funny. Humor wise, I can give it a 4 out of 5 severed pinkies.
Wouldn't it be better to go, I'm rich?
4 out of 5. I'm rich is.
But the entire idea that he
No,
has,
fortunes.
Fortunes is.
I'm sorry.
subtle racism. Find me.
Find me.
By the way, is Deadpool like the only guy who...
You have to admit, I'm thinking of this. Batman would not be the same with a Scottish accent. Find me! Find me! I'm the Batman! I'm the hero the city deserves!
I'll take the
He would
high
be jumping
road.
around in a kilt.
Look, it's Batman. No, don't look up. Oh.
He'd be throwing whiskey bottles instead of battery.
Why do you want to kill me?
I don't know. I swear to God, swear to me.
Where are they? Don't hit him in the head first.
I have one rule, Boyle.
Oh, for the love of Pete. Sorry, I did not mean to do that.
I don't know why I squeaked, but it was worth it. Now that the thought of a Scottish Batman is going to be out there, everyone's going to imagine him swinging through it all day. Oh,
High road, I take the low road.
Then I'll be in Gotham before ye.
His battle cry is the bagpipes. Did you hear that? It's the Batman. He's got his bat symbol is actually a bagpipe. Like it'll be the bat symbol, then bagpipes in the center.
Not even that. Chris Works got to go out there and play him.
Yeah.
We need the
I could
Batman.
just
Where is
imagine
he?
this,
He's
though.
playing golf.
I could just imagine this, though.
You cold, Commissioner.
You see the Batman's turn as the Batman of the kills, and also no breeze goes by.
That's right, feast your eyes.
You see that moment
And
where
I thought my jokes were bad.
they turned? I am the knight and the river dance.
Okay, that's Irish.
I don't care.
Irish, yeah.
Michael Flatley should die.
Welcome to the Gotham City. I'm the Batman.
Welcome to Gotham City.
I am the
Me lucky
Batman.
charms, no.
I am the Batman. Welcome to Gotham City. I'm the hero the city needs.
I've got to warn you. I've got the shillelagh, and I will use it on you. So be nice.
It's a botcha lady.
As he's going off in the distance. Who was that again?
Oh, that.
Okay, if it's
that
an
was the
Irish Batman, though, it's going to be hard for him to, use the cables or whatever. He'll be like, yeah.
Everyone else below like, ah!
You're supposed to wear those with underwear, Batman. Come on.
No, but as he's swinging, he's like, he hits a building because he's Irish. He's drunk.
Yeah. I just imagine how badass
Now-
black plaid is.
The funny thing is, Christian Bale is English. He has a really good Scottish accent.
Oh.
I can see his Batman voice. I'm the hero of you.
So he's got a low, and you can't understand a word he's saying because he is that drunk. Did you just say anything? Okay. All right. Before I get more of a headache and stuff, someone ends up
We're
dead.
just really hitting all the ethnic groups, aren't we?
I'm not going to take a drink because I know as soon as I do, you're going to say something.
He's gonna start pouring.
Let me move these comics out of the way then. Yes.
Save
how
the
would,
Deadpool because it's such golden writing.
Now I have the hiccups.
The bat hiccups.
Oh, that answered my question.
Find it.
Is there any more tea? It's like,
This summer, Sean Connery is Batman.
The Batman.
okay.
I'm the Batman.
I'd like to get to know you, Catwoman. I'd like to see what's under
I'm
that
done.
rock.
I can't do it while I'm pulling.
Sean Connery.
I
Batman.
need drink.
Sean Connery Batman. There can only be one.
You can't be Batman on the shit. There can only one. It's, you guys, you've seen Highlander, right?
Yes.
Sean
Yeah.
Connery.
There
plays
can only
this-
be one.
Sean Connery is this.
Nice hiccup.
Sean Connery plays a Spaniard.
That confused the heck out of me.
Did you fart? I imagine Sean Connery having the best conversation ever, just on a road trip. Did you fart?
No,
Did
but-
you break wind? Did you break wind, laddie?
Did you blow your own bagpipe?
Okay, the one that always confused me in Highlander.
Are you done?
Sean-
Because there could be only one.
Sean Connery plays the Spaniard and he has a Japanese sword. I was like,
He's been
oh,
alive for a while. He's been around.
okay then.
But he still speaks with his
And
regular
he
voice.
says that he was Egyptian in another life. So, he was originally
Highlander
an
wasn't supposed to
Egyptian.
make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I mean, you are talking about immortals that you cut off one's head, you get the power of the previous.
Yeah,
Well, we're doing a comic book
I think
review.
so. I
We started at some point.
It's like, what's gonna happen?
Comic books, find them.
I know the title of this episode.
Oh my gosh. That's our new commercial. Comic books. Find them. At Lightning Comics Games.
Find me. Find me.
You kind of, Ace, you kind of had like this demonic laugh. Kind of reminds me of, what was the name of that guy? Vincent something?
Price. Vincent Price.
Yeah, like the laugh in Thriller. At the end of Thriller.
Yeah.
All right.
Excuse me, my
So many
bad.
sound effects.
No,
So little time.
That was pretty grody. I'm going to curse.
I will be reviewing.
So many sound effects.
Oh my god! All right, okay. Give him a minute to compose himself.
All right.
I want to hear that.
How many bodily functions are going to be listed here today?
I claim that one.
I collected it for Scotland.
I feel what you deserve.
I'm from Guam. I'm not from Scotland.
Okay, all right.
I don't remember spiking.
I am laughing. It's just my throat is so sore.
Okay.
There goes our hero.
Whose Coke is that?
Mine.
Dude, can I have it? I need to drink something with carbonation in it. All right.
Woosah.
And scene.
I will be reviewing.
Be polite to the poor lad. He's had a hard time.
I'm doing my best here.
I'm Batman.
I'm giving her all she's got. Never mind. Sorry, I suck at accents. I only got the one.
This summer, Simon Pegg is Batman.
Oh, crap.
Dub-a-dub-a-dub-dub.
This is exciting.
I thought he said bass. Bass.
We're coming
Okay.
to get you, bro.
Okay, so the book you were reviewing again, sorry, was...
I'll be reviewing 2 books.
Yeah, I'm joining you in a co-review.
Yeah. We're co-reviewing the second one, but the first one I'm talking about is Batman and Robin number 10.
Can't feel my face.
Really great. Easy. Easy.
I can't feel my soul.
Sorry, literally, I'm trying to get my cheeks back.
The cover features a War of the Robins.
Oh, really?
It features Damian Wayne fighting Tim Drake, who's fighting Jason Todd.
Okay,
Dick
Night of the
Grayson.
Owls, War of the Robins. What's next? Battle of the Swallows.
The worst part is that's a very adult way to think of things. We don't need to cover. Battle of the Swallows.
That arc will be called Hard to Swallow. Sorry.
That's his job for puns. Leave it be. So close. I saw you were resisting that hiccup for long. Just
No, it wasn't. I was laughing. I'm trying not to laugh. When I
So
laugh,
what are we
really
doing
hard.
again?
Our story begins with a montage of images of various people that Batman has quote-unquote ruined their lives. They're all deformed in various ways because of their fight with Batman.
Does that guy have a batarang in his head?
Yeah, that guy has a batarang in his head. What he did,
that's derpy.
well, here's what happened. He threw a batarang, not realizing that batarangs come back to you, and it hit him in the head. He tried to throw it at Batman.
Here,
missed him,
catch.
came around, went into his head. Now one of his eyes doesn't work, and he's all like messed up.
Look at me when I'm
Does that
talking
guy
to
have
you.
a shoe put in his face?
Yeah, this was fire. This was a guy who was using like a flamethrower against Batman, and the heat got so intense that his skin started to melt. Batman kicked him in the face, and now he has a bat boot.
Oh
impression
my
on his face.
That's
And what I love about
face.
this is that Batman's boot has a little bat symbol in the bottom.
Was there a shoe size in that too?
It's like, geez, Batman wears 12 size Converse. It's nuts. And this girl, I don't understand. She is covered with spikes or something. I'm guessing from Batman's arm gauntlets. I don't know. Anyway, there's this guy named Terminus who's gonna die. He's terminally ill. That's why he's named Terminus.
Oh!
And he's hatching an
What a clever
evil
plot device.
plot of revenge against the Batman.
Revenge. Okay.
What's your superpower? I'm dying. I'm imagining
I'm a black hand. I don't know.
with this ultimate ability, I become Terminus. I don't see how you would go about coming up with that name for yourself.
The villain is pretty lame in this book. I'll say
here,
that
let me touch
right
you.
away.
Let me die on you.
Meanwhile, in stately Wayne Manor,
Well, you are heavy, you know, so if you die on someone...
all the
you're not
guys, minus Jason Todd, because he's nuts, are getting a portrait painted.
Is that Alfred?
That's Alfred.
That's awesome. He's a dapper man, the only man with a red tie.
Yep.
gonna- Apparently he aged back.
Hell yeah, man.
He's got black hair now. What's going on?
The mysterious case of Benjamin Batman.
Yes, I was on Matt.
Why?
So yeah, we have Alfred, Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, Damian Wayne, and Bruce sitting in a chair.
And little
Alfred is
Skippy.
secretly sucking the youth from all of them. That's why his hair is black and like the lighting looks like he's starting to go gray just because he's near Alfred.
Yeah.
So anyway, they say I don't want to do the picture that way. They have a conversation. Damn it!
That's a good
It's okay.
conversation.
It's okay. We'll get used to it.
I'm not used to it.
You're getting better.
Find me.
So anyway, the whole find me.
Way to kill the moment.
Okay. I'm
Surprise!
sorry.
So anyway, the whole purpose of this is that Bruce has gotten the whole family together to hang out, kind of talk, kind of bring everyone together.
Some messed up family reunion.
But of course, it all goes to hell because Damien is a little bastard.
Yeah. That's
So he picks a fight with Tim, and they start arguing and how you're tarnishing the name of Robin and blur to blur,
And Bird.
blur to blur.
Blur to blur.
Holy crap. I got it in stereo. I was like, and blur, blur. I'm just like,
And blur to blur.
Let's see. Meanwhile, the villain Terminus is trying to keep himself from dying, but his body's falling apart. He has to inject himself with all kinds of needles on a bed of needle injectors.
just die already, dude.
He has to stay alive long enough to take revenge on Batman.
Okay, I'm looking at this. I see the needle, the one that would probably piss me off the most, right there under the. Is that the nose?
I would think one in this region would be more painful, but
No, that would just annoy the hell out of me. Okay,
nose?
the nose thing, like I get annoyed when anything.
You want to
gets
talk
any-
about the ultimate itch you can't scratch.
Exactly. You're just like, let's do this. What's the point of getting a shot in the nose?
Cut 2. There's a big fight on the rooftops between Jason Todd, the Red Hood, and Dick Grayson, Nightwing. Meanwhile, Tim Drake swoops in from out of nowhere and starts to intervene in the fight. They all wondering, why are they here? Who invited them here? And then all of a sudden, Damien comes out of the darkness like, it's me, I'm Damien. He didn't say that, but that was the effect. That was the effect.
Yeah.
Damian is out to prove.
The card.
Sorry, I'm going to put that on my Facebook. That's my new face palm. Damian is out to prove he's the best Robin ever. As such, he's going to challenge each of the 3 previous Robins to a battle of sorts.
What is this battle you speak of?
Allow me to explain. Quote from Damian. Day or night, when you least expect it, I'm going to defeat you at something you feel unbeatable at. Dick's like, you're going to attack us? And Damian's like, yes, then I'm going to take something personal of yours as a memento and hang it in my room. To prove that he's the best Robin, and then Damian swoops away into the dark.
Something you can't be beat at. Quidditch. Liar.
Cut to Alfred and Bruce kind of hanging out, talking. They're making batarangs.
It's just chilling. This is how you bond with your butler. Let's make some batarangs later, Alfred.
They're talking about how Damian's crazy, but they love him anyway, blah, blah, blah.
That crazy child. Just
My
Crazy
poor
murder,
insane son.
psychopath.
Meanwhile, Damian's chilling out in the Bat Cave, sitting at the computer console.
Yeah, the evil contemplation. Very
Yeah, so he's even got the Mr. Burns fingers.
yes. Excellent.
So Damian's all busting.
Here to give you your
Tim Drake's
motivational plaque. Don't forget, you're here forever.
It's a Simpsons reference. Get over it.
Yeah, it's a Simpsons reference.
Do it for her.
Anyway, Tim Drake shows up at the Batcave to try to stop Damian from attacking the other Robins, the previous Robins. Damian says, Tim, I'm kind of paraphrasing, but he says, Tim, you always fancy yourself so much better than me on a moral level because I killed a couple supervillains, and now you're so much better than me. And then he shows on the screen, the giant billboard-sized computer screen in the Batcave, all the times that Tim Drake has severely mortally wounded people, which has happened a couple times in his past. It goes into the recent plot lines from Teen Titans, and I'm not going to get into because that's a really bad book. But
Teen Titans.
go. So
Very sad.
back on Cartoon Network. No. So anyway,
Rise, Michael.
Damian talks about how Tim is not really that much better morally than Damian is. Then they start fighting again. They like to fight, like any brothers. Except that this time one of them's probably going to die. So they start fighting.
No harm, no foul.
In a throwback to way back in Damian's very first appearance in comic books, where Damian was beating the hell out of Tim Drake and threw Tim into Jason's old Robin costume, the blood-spattered one that he was killed in. Tim now throws Damian into that very same costume. And he says,
Jason going, what the hell?
Jason's not there. I can't wait till he fights Jason, because Jason's nuts, and so is Damian. That'll be fun. Anyway, Damian says, you're jealous of me, and because of what I am, and Tim's like, what are you? And Damian's like, I'm what you've always wanted to be, a Wayne and Robin. Because Tim Drake always idolized Batman more than any of the other Robins. He idolized Bruce Wayne. He always wanted to be Bruce Wayne. And he's also Robin, so burn. Cut back to Terminus, who's
Still dying.
who's still dying. He comes out of the machine. Now his hands ooze white fluorescent paint now or something.
I have a new profession.
But he's sweating milk.
He puts his hand together in the bird/bat thing, and he puts a white paint symbol on this giant.
It's a
Terminus
rocket.
Puts a white bat symbol with his hands on a giant, extraordinarily phallic-looking rocket.
There you go.
And I'm talking extraordinary.
It looks like a fusion between everything phallic that you wouldn't want to see combined.
Yes.
It's King Triton's castle.
Wow.
Have you seen Little Mermaid, dude?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I don't know.
So, next time we get to see Terminus
That's an
launch an
awfully big
attack
missile.
on Gotham
Find me.
City.
That's those awkward moments are going to be. You say a joke that doesn't fly, and we just stares at you. Find me.
That's going to be our failed joke save. So overall, decent book. It's fun to see Damian messing with the other Robins, even though Batman never makes an appearance in this book. Kind of weird. But the villain is kind of lame. I'm going to give this one 2.5 phallic rockets out of 5.
Well, just think about it. How can you... How?
A phallic rocket.
Don't even ask.
Every single time. 2.5 fractions out of 5. How about that?
I hate fractions.
Find me.
Yeah.
That one didn't work.
How do you make your villain badass when he's just dying? Like, seriously, I don't get that. I'm the ultimate villain. I'm dying.
I forgot to mention, he has a little timer that shows how much time he's got left. He's got 29 days and some odd number of hours and minutes. Yeah,
so 28 days later, he'll be dead.
He'll be dead.
Find me. No, seriously, I don't see why.
I'm guessing he has some kind of a sordid past with Batman.
Don't make me die on you. I'm seriously gonna die.
I'm not feeling it
I'm thinking
today.
like
Come
the
here,
dude
die.
just like, how'd you get over that? If someone's like, don't make me die on you, and they just fall over dead on you. You've done nothing to them whatsoever. They just fall on you and die.
That's when
like,
the authorities show up and goes, what the hell happened here? Oh, he just died on me. Sure he did.
No,
Into the car.
for me, I'd be in the most hypochondriac
Ew. Dead person.
I'd be like, what did he have? What am I going to die of now?
Did he have the soup or the fish?
Airplane.
I had the lobster.
Steak.
That's right. I remember I had the lobster.
All right. So
now comes the part
done.
where Mike and I get to talk about what I think is by far the most interesting comic to come out this month. Batman number 10.
Find me. That was just a random moment.
This is when LG leaves for a little bit. Comes back. Oh, you found me. No, you found us.
Found you.
Yeah.
He's gone,
Okay.
but he's not. His voice is still
I will do a recap of the story, then you and I will discuss it inside of the issue.
Let's do it.
For those of you, just to recap, Batman just fought off the Night of the Owls attack. LG, I will skin you alive. So, Ace,
How can you be sure with whatever it is?
Spider win. Sorry, the little spider came down.
Hey!
So it's like, spider. Fatality.
I'm gonna be paranoid.
squish. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a friend?
Brutality. Hospitality.
So again,
Imagine how that would be in Mortal Kombat. Finish him, hospitality. Pulls out something, starts pouring a drink for the guy.
they take a drink, they die. I don't know. Find me.
Okay, time to get
Back on track. Anyway, after Bruce has fought off the Court of Owls attack and the Night of Owls crossover event,
You know, you can finish that if you want.
Cool.
he goes. Because Bruce is a badass. He somehow figures out who the leaders of the Court of Owls are. We never see how it happens. Oh wait, now I remember. Remember when at the end of last issue where Lincoln March was shot, and he had that list of names. Bruce followed the list of names. That's right. Now it's all making sense.
Yeah. Oh no.
So Bruce shows up at this old lady's
Holy
apartment.
left behind list, Batman.
Starts threatening her. Starts telling her, "Oh, I know you're in the Court of Owls." Blah blah blah.
LG's in the Court
Let's
of
see.
Owls.
He threatens her, say, "Hey, I'm going to come back for you, and you're going to be in trouble." He's like, "Get used to that view," because she's standing behind a barred gate. And then Batman jumps off the building and floats around Arkham City style. I'm not kidding. Look at this. It's totally Arkham City style.
Game promotion. Find me. Stop that.
You're in trouble, Batman.
So Bruce is going over. What's he talking about?
Let's see.
I don't have air plans to do this.
Dialogue.
Well, this is actually a very good plot twist. So
Well, the problem, we'll talk about what. I
yeah,
don't
we'll
like.
just talk about it when we get.
We'll talk about what I don't like about Scott Snyder at the end.
Yeah,
of this,
exactly.
which is quickly increasing in numbers.
Go ahead.
Anyway, So Bruce, some stuff happens, and Bruce tracks down.
One thing leads to another. The page turns, and we're at the plot.
Yada yada yada.
And all of a sudden,
Something about
find
a
me.
map.
Yada yada yada. I never saw her
that
again.
sucks.
So anyway, so Bruce uses his super detective skills. He puts it in detective mode and follows the blood trail.
Bruce, I thought we were
Something.
talking about Batman.
Oh, shush.
I know.
Skin you alive. We'll do it. So
Okay, I come from an island. Witch doctors and headhunters. Good luck.
so you're used to it.
No man is an island except
You've seen it before.
LG's
Great.
his own island.
You can teach me.
No man is an island except LG.
That's okay.
You're a really great buoy.
I'm drowning. Throw me an LG.
I need
know
a
it would
beanbag
work,
chair
too.
for my house.
Yeah, you know, you wouldn't be able to throw me. I'd just be like, yeah.
Just roll him off the deck.
I ain't going anywhere.
The self-seeking life. Yeah, never mind. I'm going.
Yeah.
Find me.
He was the beach ball they didn't use in Castaway. LG.
So anyways, again, find me.
I'm lost on that one. Let's go.
Anyway, over some pretty awesome artwork panels, Bruce tracks down the trail of the Court of Vows to the house that he was trapped in when he was a little boy. Remember way back when that happened?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He goes back inside and finds the Court of Vows, but oh my god! They're all dead. They've been poisoned by drinking bad wine. Not like poisoned wine. not
Yeah,
just
but it's like bad wine.
bad wine. It's like,
How old was that wine? Wine's supposed to get better with age.
Yeah.
This thing, Krug bottled this way back
As long as it's not
prehistory.
fruit punch, then we
Grant
should be
Osborne
fine.
back
Yeah.
then wine.
so they're all
Drank
dead.
this before flying glider.
I could see somebody listening to the podcast now. It's like they're having a wine with it. The wine was poisoned. Oh, God. All over my screen. Ugh.
So Bruce is all upset that the court are dead. You know, there's no end to the story. He's like, "Oh no, I almost had it.
have
Now
no
they
closure."
escaped. Now they escaped." Cut to the next morning where Bruce, I'm not making this up, sitting in his study playing with the empty shell casings of the 2 bullets that killed his parents.
Yeah, he's just sitting there just...
Just kind of playing with fingers.
Morbid.
I'm just like, "Jeez, Bruce, you need to get over it, man."
Well, the thing about it, that's his motivation entirely.
He does
He's-
not.
I was a kid like you before.
It is too.
Then I took a bullet to the parents.
Yep.
It is too his motivation, damn it.
Michael, would you like to argue with me?
Of course, I already have many times.
Oh, boy.
Let's save it till
Get it on.
So Alfred's all like, "Oh, sir, don't worry. Maybe this is the end of the story, and you don't have to be so mopey and grow up."
You don't have to be a dick.
I was the one wearing the red tie, remember?
So anyway, Bruce is kind of like, "Yeah, maybe it is time for me to move on from this whole problem." And then he looks at a painting of his parents on the wall. He notices a detail, and all of a sudden, light bulb comes on over his head, figuratively.
Oh my god, plot!
Ding.
He
The bat bulb. Ding, ding, ding.
It doesn't quite go on. Alfred comes along and screws it in a little bit tighter.
It's in the shit.
No, what
It's
is
like the
that?
neon light. From,
it's like my neon.
yeah.
Actually, wouldn't an idea just be like a bat signal, just all
Like turns like the 20th Century Fox just kind of shines there.
I have an idea.
Batman Lighthouse.
Copyright infringement. Batman's owned by Warner Brothers anyway.
No, it's not.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes, yes.
We've
That-
killed Warner Brothers. I don't know.
Any
The Brothers Warner.
find me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Bruce goes to the morgue
Bay, you're
to
next.
pull out the drawer that's supposed to be holding Lincoln March's body. It's not there. He finds a note that says, "Follow
Find
me."
me.
I was waiting for that.
Oh, it already says follow me or whatever.
Yeah. Follow me down the rabbit hole.
It says, "Follow me down the rabbit hole." And I'm saying that to emphasize the question mark. And Bruce is like, "Right behind you, old friend," that he's known for like a couple days.
Yeah.
So
My good friend I've known for 2 hours.
That I killed.
Bruce heads to the abandoned Willowwood Children's Hospital on the outskirts of Gotham City.
Who the hell names these places? Sorry.
Writers.
Riders.
They suck.
Yes, they do. But more on that later.
How can we pull this out of our butts? Oh, yeah, here's the name.
Jeez. Anyway, my God.
Takes a buttload of
The listeners are going to be curious now. Explain it to them.
We'll explain it later.
Okay. After I get through, we got a lot to talk
In the
about.
sequel.
What's become of my ship? Anyway, so Bruce heads to the children's hospital to because somehow he knows that's where Lincoln March is going to be, because apparently he's not dead.
I understand the psychos.
Lincoln March shoots Batman with a net gun, and Batman's tied
Netsuit
up in the
Batman
net.
all over again.
Yes. Anybody else Netsuit Batman? Yes.
Listen to the blooper special for that little gem.
One of our greatest unpublished moments.
We're live.
Yep.
Just alive.
This podcast was filmed before a live audience. Sorry, live audience.
A live studio audience.
Yeah,
well,
there
at least
we
they
go.
were before. It ended.
Then there were puns.
I wish we still had Andrew Wallstead. This podcast was filmed for a live studio audience. Hey.
I like the show.
Transcripts of this podcast may be available.
Anyway,
Find me.
Lincoln March
We're
is
done.
apparently alive, and now he's all like white colored, like a Frankenstein monster or a zombie.
It looks like it.
Long story short, Lincoln March has injected himself with the magical Electrum serum that keeps the Talons from dying, so now he can't
Can
be
you not
killed.
talk like that anymore?
Yeah, normal
please?
memes.
It's very annoying.
I'll stop talking like that when I feel more interested in the story.
Okay, that's. So you don't like this story then?
So Lincoln March keeps asking Batman, do you know who I am? Have you figured it out who I really am? Well, while Bruce is cutting his way out of the net, Lincoln March is putting on some Talon armor. And Lincoln March drops the big bombshell.
I'm your grandpa.
Talking, putting on the armor, letting him cut through the ropes.
That's right, because they're going to fight.
Yeah, just
It turns out that Lincoln March is really, or so he claims to be, Thomas Wayne Jr.
Days of Our Lives.
Bruce Wayne, yeah, hit the organ.
That's the only well we can like get the sound effect down. Days of Our Lives. Dude.
Like sands through the hourglass.
How do you know that?
I've been homesick a lot. Cut me some slack.
It's after the price is right. Leave me alone. Come on down.
Personal thing, please
As
don't
the
make fun of
cape
me.
unfurls.
Up yours. So
Anyway,
what? Junior something.
Lincoln
Yeah.
March is claiming that he's really Bruce Wayne's younger brother.
Oh boy.
What a twist!
What a twist!
And he becomes what? The owl?
I'm not making this up. He's called Owl Man.
This isn't the first time we've heard of Owlman.
Yeah, it's the first time he hasn't been cool. But this is more on my opinions later. Bruce cuts his way out of the net. Lincoln March rushes toward Batman in his owl armor. He said, "We're going to fight, brother to brother, for Gotham Spirit, owl to bat.
Oh
Who
gosh.
gives a damn?" Then we get the really short backup story, which is more on the history of Jarvis Pennyworth, Alfred's father, the original caretaker of the Wayne family, who is looking over Martha Wayne, Bruce's mother, who is pregnant, very pregnant, with what we believe to be will be Thomas Wayne Jr., the boy that eventually becomes Lincoln March. Unfortunately, the family's being hounded by the Court of Owls even back then, and Bruce Wayne, little 3-year-old, 4-year-old Bruce Wayne, is driving somewhere with his very pregnant mother and Jarvis, and they get into a car accident on the corner of two streets, Lincoln and March. To explain the name of the guy, and then we will see next time what happens.
God damn
I
it.
don't care. So, my first reaction, a lot of the initial excitement I felt over Scott Snyder's Batman run has really worn out. I'm not liking his writing style at all. I'm not liking his verbiage. verbiage. You know,
Tasty.
the way his word choices, the way he strings his sentences together.
sucks.
His Batman comics are way too wordy. There's too much dialogue. There's too much caption. There's too much information. I mean, you're just pumping. You're throwing too much stuff at the reader. I want a Batman comic book, not a lecture.
Well, I myself, I didn't mind it too much.
Mike, I'm not finished.
I'm gonna.
Michael,
I'm sorry. Your threat to skin someone doesn't work on me.
Okay.
And it just makes me
can I
laugh.
please continue?
Yeah. Go proceed.
Even though I think Greg Capullo's artwork is still really good, especially that double-page panel spread where he's where Batman's just sneaking through the shadows of Gotham City. It looks pretty cool. But I'm pretty fed up with this story myself. I think the idea. Well, let's talk about the idea of Bruce Wayne having a brother. I told you before, I'm not immediately opposed to the idea of Bruce Wayne having a brother. In fact, back in the Batman R.I.P. Be quiet. Back in the Batman R.I.P. story,
Batman sucks. I'm sorry. I'm filling in for him.
he's got a mouthful right now.
Batman sucks.
Find me.
I'm over here now.
What was I talking about? Oh yeah, in Batman R.I.P.
Batman.
Batman has a brother?
When we didn't realize, well, there was a villain in Batman R.I.P. called Dr. Simon Hurt. We were trying to figure out who he was because apparently he had some kind of connection to the Wayne family, and a lot of people, including me,
Did he have an
suspected-
accident on the street of Simon and Hurt?
I was gonna ask that.
He got hurt on Simon Street.
Whoa.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Simon says.
Well, this is Grant. That was Grant Morrison, much better writer.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
Bat signal.
like people were wondering who
Not really, but
who really was Dr. Hurt, and a lot of people,
Right.
me included, thought it was going to be his brother, like Bruce Wayne's brother. That'd be a big, really cool reveal for them to do. It would have worked there. Doesn't work here. Nobody cared. I mean, I don't care. Oh, Lincoln March, the guy that we met at the beginning of the story.
Yeah,
arc.
his
Just
first
suddenly-
introduction that we've ever seen of this character is in the storyline. Which I myself, like I said, I didn't mind it so much, but I'm not as big as a heartfelt fan of Batman as you are. Quite seriously, the introduction of it, yes, it brings in something new for new readers. I do agree with the whole how they did it was not the best way to do it, because in this book it's just like, here's this huge plot device, just shove it in a shotgun and hit you with everything at once.
Deus Ex Machina. So
Yeah.
it really is. I mean, it's what it is.
But
I thought you were a quail.
I actually like the design of the owl.
I hate that outfit. It looks so dorky to me.
I just looked at him like, it looks like an owl to me.
You're in a
Congratulations,
comic
you.
book shop. How can it be?
Even for comic book character costumes, that looks pretty dorky to me.
I just like the armored look.
I don't.
Well, then you can go die.
Jeez, Mike.
Tell us how you really feel.
Hey, that's my line. We were talking about Batman.
Batman.
find him.
Batman sucks.
So, on the whole, I didn't like this issue very much. The series,
rabbit
Scott
hole.
Snyder's writing has kind of lost me. This whole Court of Owls story has really kind of bored me a little bit. I liked it at first, like the first
I like
five-
the talons. The talons were
Well,
cool.
I really liked the first 5 issues,
Yeah.
but even the first 4
Is
issues
it
I
only
really
the
liked.
Talons that come back when they're dead?
Well, they really
It's
can't
their
be killed.
talent.
Really, Ace?
Really?
Yeah, I had to go there.
So it's just the Talons that can be brought back, but not the court itself.
Yeah, because they didn't take the serums.
They didn't take the Electrum.
Yeah, they're just the
Triple
ones
charge.
funding everything behind
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Stop. Got it.
So
Until Bruce Wayne's brother decides to.
yeah, apparently he's the one who poisoned the wine. That's why the Court of Owls are dead.
Not everyone in the Court of Owls, though.
Well, everyone that's
That
in
old
Gotham
lady.
in the Court of
Yeah.
Owls. Because the Court of Owls is apparently a big international organization or something. So, anyway...
Why just
The
attack
International
Gotham?
Court of Owls.
Shadow.
What an interesting convention. Just everyone walking around in owl masks. I remember you from last year. I think you remember everyone from last year. We have the same mask.
I like your costume. Oh, I like yours too.
For a rating for this particular book,
In case
I
you
would-
heard me.
I would like to give it... I mean, the artwork is really great. I've always liked Greg Capullo's art style.
I can agree with that.
But the writing, I'm just kind of getting fed up with Scott Snyder. I just want to read Grant Morrison and Tony Daniel, honestly.
I'm not minding Schneider so much. It's just like you read much more Batman than I do. It's
Well,
something that's not
okay,
really
listen.
diluted.
Listen,
you know.
Scott Snyder I think, is a really good writer, but it only works when he's writing certain kinds of characters.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think he writes vulnerable, fallible characters better than anything. His work on Swamp Thing is spectacular. American Vampire, great. But he's not a great Bruce Wayne Batman writer because Bruce Wayne Batman is not fallible. He's not, vulnerable.
Batman's God?
It's complicated. But
He's giving a weakness to him for once. I mean,
Batman doesn't have any weaknesses.
that's the difference between you and me. I can understand my hero could have weaknesses. You, on the other hand, is just automatically, if I have a batarang, thus I'm invincible. It's just...
If you really think about it,
If I have to cowl.
if he had Batman could do anything with just one batarang, he could really have imagination.
AK-47. If he's just got a batarang...
Ninja with a poison blade gets in really close, in between the Kevlar. Done.
You can't get in between the Kevlar.
Scratch him on his overexpressed chin.
Okay, so we're not going to get into this.
I'm a greatly armored man. Nothing can get through here. My chin is my weakness. When it sticks out 3 miles like Jay Leno...
Okay. We're not going to have this conversation because it'll go on
Fallible.
for days.
Take that, Leno!
I love Leno. What are you...
I'm coming after you, Brady.
Here comes the Crimson Chin. Anyway.
Way to go, Clef.
I'm going to just punch both of you.
Anyhow, so I'm
Right
fed
here,
up,
and
I'm
chin's
fed
ahead
up
of
with
you.
the man's writing. The storyline's just... I've had my fill of the story. So I'm going to give the book... I don't know.
They have to really put a...
1.5
finale into
die
it
Schneider.
It's going to have to be really good. This issue, if I was just to rate this issue, I'd give it the artwork is really good, and it's not like Scott Snyder's structure. Technically, he's a very good writer. His ideas are garbage. I'm going to give it a 1.5 rabbit holes out of 5.
I'll give it a little bit better just because the art is actually very, very well done.
Right. If it weren't for the art, I would have given it. Actually, I'm changing my rating to a 2 just for the art.
I'll give it 3 3/4 Lincoln Marshes.
Okay, we can't start splitting hairs with the 3/4.
I'm waiting for someone to ask, how do you get a 3/4 of a Lincoln Marsh?
But you can split the hairs if it's March hair.
I'm going to...
Somebody killed him. Whatever you've got, I hope it's terminal.
Wow.
Then I'm Terminus and I come after you.
I'm waiting for that.
Super pushes in power. I'm dying.
I'm going to die!
Let me breathe on you. I'm Terminus.
Oh no, I would give this issue a 3.5.
I'm not even a part of it.
I know.
I'm going to give this issue up.
So
How many middle fingers can I stack in a
my
row?
favorite Batman books right now are Detective, Batman and Robin, and Batman Inc. is my favorite. I'm Scott Snyder. I'll keep reading it, but
They will fail you.
I'm
in
still
time.
enjoying it. I just want to see what's going to happen with the owl.
I want to see what's going to happen too, just so we can move on to the next story arc, which apparently rumor has it is going to feature the Joker as the main villain.
Okay, finally.
So,
Really now?
Jeez, how long did that take?
We haven't seen a Joker story in the V52 yet.
I know.
What's going on?
Look, it's Owlman. We need the Joker.
Where's the clown?
Snyder, I was reading the issue, and we need the Joker.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy. We just need the Joker.
Yeah, I
you
want to
look
have a
at everyone
storyline. I want to have a storyline where there's a secret organization that somehow the greatest detective in the world has not found out about living in his own city.
Well, just imagine how Batman had to feel on the 13th floor.
Number one, help me out here. Double face palm. Yeah, he's really making Batman look stupid,
Shows the
and
Avengers
I
trying to cut
am
the
never, I am never okay with anybody making Batman look stupid. That is, that upsets me.
You were just the
Scott
biggest
Snyder is not my
fanboy in the
favorite
world.
person in the whole world.
I'm sorry. For character growth, you have to have fallibility. Perfection doesn't move forward.
That's Let's just go to the animation.
He's like, but Mike has made a point. I will shut up now. Thank you, Andy.
I could contradict your point, but I don't have the time.
No, you couldn't.
Yes, I could.
No, you couldn't.
Yes, I can.
Why do you think Superman becomes interesting? Because he has kryptonite.
I disagree.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
You can only watch
That's what
him.
this sounds
You
like.
can only see him run so fast, fly so fast, pick up so many things before you're like, oh man, that guy's a dick. What? I wonder if there's something that can take him down. Oh look, kryptonite. Oh cool. Now there's something that gives him
I have
something
a
we can kill
sparkly
him.
green
I can
rock.
relate to him now. He is now weak.
Oh, so Mike, you're saying you can only relate to weak people?
If it can, yeah, actually you can because we're a human
Actually,
race.
it's more like I can
and
relate
we're-
to a
we're-
human person.
Yeah.
Well, Batman's human.
So what? According
make him sound like
okay,
he's a
thus your
god.
statement in itself is null and void of him being infallible.
So
Batman is human. Thank you, Andy, for a decent proof of yourself.
Batman is an infallible human.
Which is a lie.
Listen to me. I'm not.
Old age wins.
Yeah, old age even kicked Thor's ass.
Your statement is null, sir.
There.
Damn it!
Just for that.
Going for the heart.
Now you get a curve. Just for that.
Mike makes sense. Andy gets angry.
It's not my bad night.
Andy's happiness.
Load the curse gun. Mike has made a point.
Andy's happiness. Find it.
No, Andy's point. Find it.
Oh boy.
I love you, Andy.
Shut up.
All right, so
So
since Andy's been particularly punched in the point, we're gonna go ahead and
I'm taking a bullet.
He was a little kid till he took a bullet to the point.
we're gonna move to LG's animation exploitation.
Dun,
Dun, dun, dun. Find me. So what did you cover?
You go first. I'm eating.
I love it when a plan comes together.
All right, I was asked to review One Piece and to watch a bad series.
Talk about a really bad one.
So you want me to do the really bad one first or One Piece first?
Do One Piece first, 'cause I was always curious about that show.
Okay,
Dark
One
complicated.
Piece. It very complicated because One Piece is so unique of a story. I just can't.
In anime, that's saying something.
Yeah, it really is.
how can it be complicated?
A lot
if
of
it's One
animes
Piece?
are very unique.
The story. It's a pirate story. If you don't know what One Piece is about, you had Gold Roger.
It was like the ultimate pirate.
Yeah, then when they finally captured him, no longer ultimate pirate. Yeah,
Before he died.
basically said, "I left my entire treasure in One Piece. Go get it."
Ultimate Pirate! Click, click. No longer Ultimate,
Ultimate
Pirate!
pirate. Yeah,
Ooh, title drop.
yeah.
I left my
Warrior,
treasure
the
in
ultimate
one
pirate.
piece.
And so it creates this huge influx of pirates going out trying to find the One Piece and terror among the world just by the one guy saying, "My crap is in one place. Go get it, children." And then
my treasure. Find it.
yeah, and then
That's how it is. I'm sorry.
the main
Keep
character
using
is
that.
okay. This name is always so funny. It's Monkey D. Luffy, or as his crewmates affectionately call him, just Luffy.
You should see his.
As a child, he wanted to be a pirate, and there would always be this one crew of pirates that would come in each year to the port that he lived at, and he'd always try and prove to them that he was this tough pirate. You know, I was like, I can be a pirate. He's like, maybe 9. He's like, I can go on the high seas. Look how tough I am. Takes a dagger and stabs himself in the cheek, and they're like, what are you doing?
What is wrong with that kid?
Yeah, he gets some stitches up there, and he helps him out. And while on the ship one time, he finds this devil fruit, which is very...
Here, let me explain it.
Yeah.
In this world, there's apparently a rare type of fruit that if you eat it, you gain a certain power, depending on what kind of devil fruit it is.
And the one he stumbles upon, and he eats it because he's hungry. He's like, oh man, I am famished. Nom nom. He eats it. Almost that exact same sound.
Yeah.
He eats the gum fruit.
Yes, it's a repetitive fruit.
Yes. Every fruit will have The name stated twice, and then
the
the fruit.
gum fruit, the shadow fruit, the flame fruit.
Yeah, wonder what the flame does. No,
There's even a fruit called the human fruit, which apparently if an animal eats it.
becomes more human, like can transform into the form of a human.
Brian Griffin.
Yeah. And so he eats this fruit, and there's a downside to it if you want.
What does the
fruits.
gum fruit do?
It makes imagine
It becomes Mr. Fantastic.
but 10 times more awesome.
Stretchy.
He becomes so stretchy. But I've never seen a character become so inventive with the stretching techniques.
You've never read any Frank Miller Plastic Man.
Okay, I'll just try and give you like examples in a minute.
Hi, dear.
But there's a downside to eating these devil fruits is that you can't swim anymore. If you fall into water, you lose the actual will to live, and you just sink. I mean, you're blessed with great powers, but that is your
That's why
downside.
they tell you to wait more than an hour
Before
after eating to go
eating.
swimming.
Wait entire life
I
after
actually,
eating to go swimming.
I actually looked it up. In history, that was the case. That's why many people died at sea, because they couldn't swim.
Well, that's typically why you die at sea.
I know, but that was like the whole... That's what this whole
didn't
thing's
die.
based off of.
You didn't fall into the water. I died of electric shock. Well, you could have if it was an eel, but still.
Well, that was the irony of piracy back
he
then.
fell in the ocean. How did he die? Of lead poisoning.
Yeah.
You know, he bought a used car 2 years later, herpes.
Yeah.
Family Guy, that was Family Guy. No curtain.
You know, and well, take it back. This pirate crew goes out, but I can't remember the head of the captain of this crew.
Shanks.
Red-haired Shanks.
You're not allergic to coconut milk, are you?
Love coconut milk.
That's kidding. That's what
And-
goes into making these things.
Basically, Luffy's like, "I'll prove these pirates wrong." He tries to go out on the sea in his own his little tiny dinghy, and he gets attacked by the sea monster that lives near his island. And red-haired Shanks.
I love it. In this universe, you get sea monsters, you get gigantic things of anything. I remember like the intro, you see the ship with these pirates, all of a sudden a dolphin comes up, you wind the camera a little, the dolphin's bigger than the ship.
Yeah, there's a lot of it's to bring the whole sea monster myths into play. But this sea monster attacks, Shanks gets in there, saves him, but in the process loses his arm. But all he has to do is stare at the sea monster. He just gives him this look like, go. And then he's like, oh God. And off he goes. The guy's not a large man, but he's got something they explain later in the series.
Yeah.
That
There's
makes
a
him so
lot to
intimidating.
cover in this series.
And so red-haired Shanks was known for his straw hat that he had. Well, he gives it to Luffy and says, hey, give this to me when you're a real pirate. And off he goes. And story progresses forward a couple years, and he
He is now a full-grown man.
and he's developed his gum powers, which basically is just they demonstrated on that same sea monster. I knew that was going to happen. and that sea monster comes up, goes for an attack on him. You see him take his arm back, and he rifles a punch right into the sea monster's face, and basically knocks it out in one hit. He's got super stretchy arms, so he's got these a huge attack radius to hit with, and he hits hard. Well, later on in the series, he gets a crew, he goes forward, and there's so much to the series. It's still going on. I mean, it's been around for so long, but
The main premise is they're trying to find
One Piece, and they still have not found it. It just really, it gets to that point where you're like, I want to see them find it for
But
once.
so many cool things come out of this series.
Well, with like Luffy, he develops when he realizes that his gum powers aren't up to snuff quite yet. He comes up with ways to make himself. He's like
Why would
he's
he?
not fast enough. He,
Parents ever tell you not to play with your food.
Jeez. Thanks, Alfred. He has to develop a way to
Something
get
hurts.
faster, stronger, and all that. And he's got a very interesting move where he'll get into like the crouching position, slam his knees down, and it causes his legs to compress down and then pump up, and it pumps the blood in his body faster. So his body temperature rises, and he can move a hell of a lot faster, and he hits stronger. And he has this half red glow to him. He starts to actually steam when he's doing this.
Think like a Super Saiyan transformation.
Yeah. And it's just like the most simple thing gets him to actually go faster. Just the pose he hits with it, and he calls it like second gear. And literally later on, he bites a hole into his thumb and blows air into it, so he's got this gigantic.
Think like Popeye or every other cartoon.
And when he hits the gear, literally when he first uses it against this one enemy that has throttled him before, this guy's like, I'm so fast, I can move so quickly, you can never touch me. And he's like, what if there's no room for you to move in? And he blows his thumb in, and he punches him and blows out the entire side of the building with the size of his fist. You're just like, how? And it's great because then you see the enemies go, like fall from the fist.
It was
but
whoever
the
had
side
the biggest
effect of
hand
him
wins.
doing that, after he does it, the rubber overstretches in his body, and he compacts to a smaller size, so he looks like a little cute kid for a little bit afterwards of him doing that. It's
a series with a lot of unique things and concepts to it.
the reason why I say it's a complex thing is depending on what version of One Piece you see. If you watch the original Japanese, it's great, but there's going to be times where you're going to be like, oh my god, would this story arc just please end? It suffers from half DBZ syndrome.
Really?
At times. But if you watch the English 4Kids edition of it, you're going to hate your life. Because the character, they over-edit everything.
Oh, it's just a lollipop situation?
Yes. And then you have the character named Smoker, who's supposed to have 2 cigars in his mouth at all times. They edit it out so he looks like he's got lockjaw syndrome.
But he still talks very well.
So he's like, I'm going to go get them. And the 4Kids were forced to let this go.
So he's still talking like he's got 2 cigars in his mouth, but they just edited cigars out of the picture.
He speaks absolutely normally. He's supposed to sound like he's got 2 cigars, but he's got the lockjaw syndrome, and he can still talk normally. It makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah, exactly. But Funimation, after 4Kids is like, oh my god, we suck at this. They let it go. Funimation goes, okay, we're gonna do this right. Just give this over. It's like taking the abused animal from a very abusive household. We'll nurse you back.
To do a comparison though in like production companies. 4Kids is comprised of religious groups, soccer moms, and people who don't want you to watch bad things.
Yeah, they'll
Funimation is like
Funimation understands.
You can watch it and we'll explain everything later.
Those are the guys who released the American version of Trigun.
Yes. So there's, if I'm going to rate it, if I was to give it a rating on, it has to be 3 different versions that I'm going to have to do this on. The Japanese, I said, you're going to reach the moments in there, you're going to be like, okay, I've had enough of this. And then you come back a couple years later and you watch it again, which they had a great arc with the war. But
the Pirate Navy War.
Yes, Pirate Navy War, which they introduced so many awesome characters, including Whitebeard, the pirate, which he has the tremor fruit. He controls seismic.
I was Blackbeard once.
No, there is a character called Blackbeard,
Blackbeard.
and his name is actually Teach.
Yeah.
The original name of
Yes, yeah.
Blackbeard's
They have a character based off him, but with Whitebeard, he is just to put it in perspective how badass he is. He just wrecks everything.
Can I cover this?
Feel free,
You know, I
it's hard for me to
Whitebeard.
explain because just how badass this character is.
Okay, Whitebeard is he's a giant of a man. He always does like this awesome pose when he uses his powers, just like he's hitting air, but then all of a sudden it looks like there's tremors forming in the air.
You actually see cracks in the air.
Yes,
as it's going along
seismic
when he's-
power.
I broke the air again.
And then when they look at it, it's like, what do you do? It looks like nothing's happening. All of a sudden, there's a gigantic wave coming. It's like, oh, that's what it was doing.
Oh god!
And there's one where there's one part I love the most. He's going up against one of these Navy officials, and in the Navy, you got animal people, regular people, and giants.
True giants,
And he's going up against one of these giants. And the sad part is, the guy's name was Lieutenant John Giant.
that
wasn't
Could you not
exactly-
think of anything more original?
But anyways, he's going to attack Whitebeard. He's like, if I take you out, this war's over.
And Whitebeard's like, you dumb bastard.
Bam.
Yeah, it does that, and he's not even touching him, no physical contact. He just gets hit with these seismic vibrations. Then all of a sudden he's like flipped over.
He's all the way up. This giant just goes.
It's kind of like this. He does this whole, you see the cracking, then all of a sudden it's like he's, grabbing him or something, then slams him to the ground.
Yeah, the man has earned the legend behind him.
Right.
And
So
Remember how last week we covered the whole badass man death in Tiger?
yeah, badass man.
Whitebeard has one of the greatest badass man deaths. This is after, in this war, he has gotten stabbed, shot, half his face melted off. And yet the entire Navy, they can't stop him. There's just one point where his body just gives out on him. But he still... He dies like this, standing tall, standing proud.
So holding his Naginata at his side. And
It's a staff weapon.
yeah,
I know what it is.
they actually go through the entire list of what he was hit with. There's 300 and something cannonballs, but that, and he just stands there and he's scarred in the front, and then he's got this jacket draped over his back, and it falls off. And it falls off. And,
You see a hole in his back.
yeah, and all it says is, of all the wounds he's had, he's never had a wound on his back from turning away from a fight.
Pretty much.
Badass man death.
Yeah, badass man death. And just on that fact alone, seeing that character makes the Japanese version right now
I cried when he died.
a 4 out of 5 man deaths.
5 badass man
No, 4 out of 5 John Giants.
death. John Giants. Well, cool. I may have to look it up.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the 4 kids. 4 kids rating. Negative. Absolutely.
If we can go that far,
I cannot.
it's negative.
I can't tell you the number negative. It's bad. I feel bad for that production. But the
Lollipops turned into
Funimation,
cigarettes.
I give probably a 3 to 3.5 right now. It'll continue to get better if they just keep on track. And I still love the series.
Cool.
It's just I have to take breaks at times because I'm like, oh my god, would you just kill Frieza?
By the way, I told my brother that Joker. He said, "Hey, bro, how many Dragon Ball Z characters does it take to screen a light bulb?" 2, but it takes 12 episodes.
Yeah.
He thought that was the fun because he and I used to watch it when we were kids. We're
The
like,
sad part
"Wow,
is
it's taken him 4 episodes to do the throw a punch."
The sad part is it's completely accurate.
It is true.
Dun, dun, dun,
Now,
dun,
I was also
dun,
supposed to
dun,
cover
dun.
a very bad series.
Did you watch?
I actually went. I did not want to subject myself to such a horrible series, so I tried to aim for one that was equally as bad.
What did you get?
Dragon Ball GT.
Genetic pants.
Yes, genetic pants. This is my argument the entire time. When I have to watch a series, you have little go. Yeah.
What?
I coined that phrase a little bit ago just so it could be understood. You have little Goku, who's been regressed in age by the Black Star Dragon Balls because Pilaf is a dick. But he unconsciously
He was a
made
Dragon Ball character.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball very.
He comes back. He waits an entire flipping series to come back. It's like you have Dragon Ball, Pilaf is the enemy there. Gone for a while. Dragon Ball Z happens. Hardly a word of Pilaf. Then GT hits, he's back. And he finds the Black Star Dragon Balls, which are more powerful.
And only for the first episode, too.
Yeah, for a more powerful type of Dragon Ball. That if you make a wish, they spread across the galaxy. And you have to go find the Dragon Balls, or else the planet...
You gotta return them to the planet for
or else
where
the
you made
planet will go
wish.
boom.
So essentially, let me see if I got this right. So
Dumb. Correct.
you regress Goku back to his kid age,
Yep.
and then so what
He
you're
can still
saying
go
is
Super Saiyan.
this show has a little kid Goku who has to go find Dragon Balls.
Yes, exactly.
I think I've seen this show.
One again, yeah. Except for this one now, it's on a intergalactic scale. Well, what happens is they don't get the Dragon Balls back to Earth on time. The Earth ends up exploding, but it's excuse after excuse for villain.
I think the worst part is, can I just get this out of the way?
Yeah, sure.
The worst part is they had a villain named Baby.
Yes.
That's all he's called.
It was a parasitic, robotic being that stuck itself to Vegeta, of all people, and enhanced his power to the point where he was
Because
ridiculous.
Vegeta just
You
can't
just
stay
can't
good.
kill that little. Sorry, Vegeta's hard to kill. He just
Yeah, he is.
he hangs around, doesn't he?
But
Dragon Ball
Vegeta, at this point, Vegeta's not necessarily a bad guy. He's actually joined the forces of good.
Oh, why? It doesn't matter. I still want him dead.
Well, of course, he's
Because I hate him.
what he's done over the years, he kind of deserves it. But it warps his appearance. And Goku comes back, and they're gonna fight. And you got Goku with a tail and like little kid form in Super Saiyan, fighting Baby. You're like, oh my God, what is happening? Then he goes Super Saiyan 2. What? Super Saiyan 3. He's now a mulleted little child with no eyebrows, fighting.
I'm going to use that term now. He is a mulleted little child.
If you've heard my rants on this will just continue to
And
go.
then we
Then
get-
this is what happens. Remember the giant ape form?
Oh yeah.
Well, Goku ends up on his back in this fight, looks at the moon, ends up becoming a giant golden ape. Like a Super Saiyan giant ape. And you're like, when will they
Stop
stop?
that, Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Seriously,
Our monkey is
they made
gold.
everything super... I was waiting for that.
We put it together the right way the first time.
Like, seriously, in this series, anything that needed to be super just needed to have a golden glow behind it. This is super cake.
Super baby.
Gold ape.
And just to keep moving forward with this.
I have a hard time believing that.
Okay.
12 episodes later, they reached 5
okay.
feet.
Well, if there's one thing I can give them, that the pacing was decent because they learned, but their storytelling was
That wasn't
bad. So it becomes this giant golden ape, and then did someone else? Never mind.
People don't know the meaning of a
If
close eye.
anybody tries to break into this door, that will be a very bad idea.
Yeah.
Better get ready.
Is there someone out there? And after he becomes this giant golden ape and starts beating down Baby.
I'm just thinking, get in my belly.
Baby also takes the form of a giant golden ape as well. And they're like, oh my...
Because he's bonded with Vegeta, who's
so he
also
has
Saiyan.
Saiyan
How did Vegeta get his tail back?
Bulma invented a device.
to give him the tail back.
This is the
Exactly.
answer. There is an answer
And
for
then
everything.
here's the crowning achievement
No, this
of the
is-
entire thing is Goku. He's like, I need to transcend past this, and boom, transforms. Turns it.
Sound it out.
This hurts. This hurts a lot. Okay, he goes from a giant golden ape down to regular adult-sized Goku. Okay, I'm up with it till this point. I'm like, okay, I can understand. He's now compacted. His power is more deadly in a small container. Then you look at him. He's got black hair. He's got the ape-like fur down his arms, all, like coming around his chest. There's a patch on his chest that is still well shaven. Okay, and then he's got khaki pants and boots. And last time I checked, khakis and Adidas are not genetically passed down, especially in Legend. Okay, I'm looking at this going, where did you get the pants?
Because when he transformed
He grew
Pants!
when he transformed into the ape, everything went.
Apparently, the ape's fur, when compacting into tiny Goku, became became the pants. Goku. Oh, he is fighting Baby.
Oh God!
And then he proceeds to hand Baby his own butt.
Thank you.
Golden
Thank you, Bill.
Inferno! And he beats Baby to a point where the symbiote gets launched from him. I'm sitting here going, this is just like Days of Our Lives.
It's sad and tragic.
Like sands in the hourglass.
I wish this show would end.
How do you know that? Okay. Then they progress to the point in the series where the Dragon Balls, the Black Star Dragon Balls, they have dragon forms to them, and they are the new enemies of the series. So,
Dun, dun, dun.
thus Goku's forced to go to Super Saiyan 4 even more times and break up and mess up his new genetic khakis. Like,
No. The worst part is they do a Super Saiyan 4 fusion.
yeah, because Vegeta has to go to Super Saiyan 4 as well at some point.
Yes.
And they end up fusing into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
I don't know.
And he becomes officially the most redundant.
Gogeta.
Yes, Gogeta, this isn't the first time we've seen Gogeta. He actually appeared in Dragon Ball Z. Remember the fusion dance?
Oh, I remember.
Was that Gogeta or
That's why
Vegeta?
I'm-
So
That's why-
Vegeta was the earrings. Gogeta was the
Okay.
fusion dance.
That's why I'm rubbing my temple in pain, because
Yeah.
Gogeta was the dumbest thing in
Fusion!
One of the
Hall!
dumbest
Where did you see him? Was it in the series or the movie?
Um,
Because in the movie,
I don't remember.
The movie didn't come out here till way
Yeah.
after.
Gogeta was
Dragon
actually
Ball
very
Z
badass because he appears there for literally 2 minutes and kills the bad guy. He doesn't even really throw a punch. They fuse and he's like, I'm here! My presence is killing you!
Okay,
And
when
like
I
the
looked
bad
at that, didn't he throw? It looked like he threw some
Yeah, he goes.
glitter at the bad
Yeah,
guy.
he just goes,
And all of a sudden, the bad guy's like, "Oh!"
"Ah!" You're like, someone wins. Yeah, go
well,
puke,
go
please.
go ahead. Before I have to go use the restroom, rate GT, if you can do so. If you have it within
less
you.
than 1 piece for kids.
Negative baby.
Negative 202.
Negative.
Babies
infinity.
wearing
If
genetic
it was
khakis.
possible.
What is worse, this or Bobo?
I actually, I would still say Bobo is worse.
Right.
Because-
at least GT is a continuation of a very popular, fun,
And there's no fighting nose hair. Fist of the nose hair. Stop killing my childhood.
Okay,
So, okay.
I'll be back. You guys keep talking.
All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and pass this after I've recovered from my GT plot wounds to LG, Dragon Ball LG,
My head hurts really.
genetic khakis.
Yes. Okay then, LG will try and man up and. No, I'm already that lazy. Never mind.
This had no chance.
The anime I'm going to talk about, since Andy brought up, the subject of a bad anime. This one, it's not necessarily bad,
It's
but
worse.
it's what it suffers from. It's a few things it suffers from. It's called My Hime, My Otome. That's like the whole title.
Yeah.
Which actually, My Otome is kind of like a sequel to a series which was just called My Hime. My Hime is about this event that comes every 300 years, where these maidens or princesses have to do battle against one another.
Next.
Sail.
It's actually
Roth.
This event is actually called the Carnival.
It's called the what?
The Carnival.
Oh God. I'm gonna go pee now.
The My Hime Carnival.
Find me.
Next thing you know, you hear a toilet flush. I don't know if I want to go on. After hearing about genetic khakis,
How do you, oh, he grows cat. Oh, I get it. He grew khakis.
that's what
And
made it
boots.
so horrible.
And boots. And he has fur on his, just like a shaving spot.
He turned into Steve Carell.
Oh God. So, anyways,
That's a fate worse than death.
like I said, My Hime, like you weren't here.
It's
for
your
the-
Hime.
You weren't here for the earlier part.
It's alright. Just keep going.
Wow! Thank you, A.
Adam.
Okay. So, anyways, in this series, this event happens every 300 years, where these women are selected to pretty much do battle, and whoever the winner is gets to change the world.
Here's a question. Are they wearing a lot of clothing?
Yes, they wear more.
I'm not interested.
I kind of wish they were more like Queen's Blade.
Did I miss a curve line at all while I was going?
He farted, but that's it.
Genetic khakis. I've messed them.
Yes. So, anyways, in My Hime, these girls, they get powers, but not only do they get powers to fight, they also get something called a child. which is an embodiment of their
I remember this series.
which is an embodiment of their power, and usually their child takes the form of, one has a giant spider, one has a dragon, and the way you can defeat a Hime is if you destroy their child, then you pretty much taken out their their power source, their embodiment of their power. The catch is, though, that when you defeat a Hime's child, you don't hurt them necessarily. You hurt the person that is most precious to them.
So you end up, you kill the child, and then their precious person, whatever, ends up dead.
Yes. That's the whole curse of this entire festival.
Well, that's a dumb curse.
And then,
That just goes to prove that a good ace fart moves Andy across the room.
Ninja vanish, find me. In the elevator. That was you, huh?
hey, the smoke clears and he's still there. Oh, sorry.
Oh, my God.
Sick farts are deadlier farts. Okay, you can quit
No
with
more
your cackling.
testing for you.
It's all that cough syrup.
What's that odor? Cough syrup.
Bad smell.
What do you got? What's got you laughing over there, Ace?
Okay, Ace. Ace is
Explain.
not here right now.
Ace, explain, please.
I think Ace is done. I think he's just lost.
I'm wanting the explanation. What was so funny with that?
Someday I'll get on with this review.
What was so funny?
Okay, tell us. Find one moment of it.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. Find one grasp of. I don't know,
The
something.
fact that when I let it go, Andy moved all the way over there, and then he comes back and he goes, "Oh my God, what died?"
Was this all the same fart? Oh, okay then.
Wow. Perimeter.
And then I look at Mike, and he's got his shirt covered.
Yeah, I got my shirt covering my nose right now, and I just have to look at him like, oh God.
Apparently, I'm in like the right angle. Literally, I'm an angle from it.
Whoa, dude.
What time are we at?
We're a good time.
We've been here for 2 hours and 15 minutes.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, LG, your review is going to be the last one.
Okay then.
Oh boy.
We can't go much longer.
So anyways, my Hime. Women who have to fight. Women who use the power of their child. They fight orphans. They're actually these monsters called orphans.
Can I have some more?
In this series, an orphan.
The story of Oliver Twist
Well,
ended.
in this series, an orphan is pretty much a child that doesn't get a Hime.
I see those.
Or in other words, a mother. So anyways, that was my Hime. I'm just going to give my review. I haven't even introduced characters yet, so I'm just going to end that with... it was a good anime, very interesting storyline. I would say it's...
Well, what makes the series suffer?
Well, when you really...
And if you say lack of nudity,
No, it's not that. When you really dig deep into it, it's no different than regular girls fighting against each other.
it's true.
This series is just, girls given powers and they fight against each other. So it's just like a normal high school setting, but they have superpowers. That's it. That's, I think, if you really, really have to dig deep and look at it like that. But if you can somehow get past that, it's a really enjoyable series. You meet a lot of interesting characters. Each one, a lot of them have a tragic past. And I kind of look at them all as, I don't know, they have Batman syndrome. Their parents are dead. That's what...
As Andy looks to me, wearing sunglasses inside, looking so perplexed, like, why does everyone say that?
So anyways, my Hime. That's what it suffers from. Yeah, I would give it a 3.5 orphans. I don't know.
As I look at the DVD set that you own.
Yes. That one, though, is My Otome,
Yes.
which is, you could kind of say it's a sequel. But if you look at
Where that
it, it
scene's
really
going.
has nothing to do
I've
with
seen
the
this.
first series.
Or I see something like that. Yeah. So, okay. Well, it sounds cool.
Just as I'm getting started on another review.
Oh, you want to talk about that other one too?
Yeah, this is the one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, we're not done yet.
I want to review Digimon the movie. No. He brought
If you
this
want
to me
to talk about
because...
something bad,
Oh my god.
Well, talk about the horrible English editing job.
uh,
There's a lot of scars in this movie, and they're not in the movie. They're on the film. It's been so long since I actually took that thing off of there. Oh my god. Had that for
Yeah.
at least 2 years.
So, LG, you were saying.
okay then, well anyways, the other anime I was reviewing is kind of like the sequel to My Hime. It's called My Otome. Has nothing to do with the first series. This one is all on its own. However,
From the
you get
Loveless Brotherhood.
however with this series, you get the same characters, just like maybe a difference in name.
a little skewing in the
Yeah, a little
powers.
skewing in the name, and it's like same characters, same persona, everything.
What's your name? Santa Claus.
Well, you got like this one character here. I have your presents. Find them.
Ho ho. Where did
Okay.
he go? He's really fat and red. I can't.
Well, anyways, My Otome
really
is
fast
based
for
in
a
like
fat guy.
My Otome is based like in the future. Apparently, somewhere along the ways, mankind leaves Earth and they settle on this planet called.
Was there a reason why they left Earth, or was he say, I'm done with this place? It's too mainstream.
I don't know. You get like subtle hints.
There, it's done. What do you think?
Hipster Colony 552.
Well, with this series, you get subtle hints that we came from another planet, but they never really dwell on that. It's more on the current storyline, which is in this series, you don't conduct war anymore with massive armies and tanks and everything.
You do it with a
conduct
thumb
them.
wrestle.
You conduct them with otomes, which are basically these women with
So it's like
superpowers.
I just imagine Yu-Gi-Oh! And World Conflict. You're invading our country. No, we're not. You'll have to duel me for it.
Think of like, you ever see the opening scene of Troy?
Yes.
Where it's like, why should our entire army fight? Let's just get our best fighters and let them duke it out, and whoever wins, their army and their king is the new ruler.
Don't trip.
Oh my heel! But anyways,
That's where we go.
that's how they conduct war in this. The one thing I love
Kelly's
about
got a
this
heel.
series is there's a lot of lesbian undertones.
Lot. Many.
Because
More than I can count on my hands.
these
And I have
girls,
tried.
because there's a special school for these otomes. Okay, can I do this?
Yeah.
You're all just gonna start laughing as soon as I give an explanation. There's a school where they train the future otome. It's these girls. They're injected with nano machines that let them use these things called robes, which is basically like superpowered fighting armor. Think of like if you saw a Disney princess with a gigantic gun or a spear or something.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
Of my,
No, I'm blind.
of my axe. And the one thing I like is if these girls ever get intimate with a man,
Have
they
a
will
relation.
they will lose these powers.
Because the
Challenge accepted.
accepted. I'm here to wreck the race.
No, Everyone else can, keep on doing what they do.
Well, I'm talking. It's like, what's your weakness? Oh, I got that.
What's your weakness? Really?
My weakness is the secret location.
Oh man! Can we ever just get out of the secret location?
That sucks. Find me.
I'm gonna bury you all on Mystery Island.
You still haven't found me. Just coming back to say that, just in case you were curious, I'm still unfound. How many smoke bombs does he have? Okay. Anyway, let's get this back on the rails. We almost killed some passengers.
Well, anyways, while you were saying about
they
watching a bad anime, my otome is one of those complex things, like One Piece, where if you saw it in Japanese, it's original culture, it's dialogue, everything. It's a fun show to watch. There's a lot of drama, a lot of laughs, and you're entertained the entire way through. When it comes to English, it really gives new meaning to Lost in Translation. Mm-hmm. Especially with dubbing.
Dubbing is always kind of a source of giggles when it comes to watching anime. It's like, wow, they're really struggling to fit those words in that mouth movement.
Yes. And that's what this series kind of suffers from. The voices don't sound right. Like you look like at a character. You see their design. You expect them to sound a certain way. Then the moment they talk, you're like, what the hell?
This little girl, really happy. How are you? What kind of demon are you?
There's one of my favorite moments in history of Godzilla films. There's a scene when Godzilla and Mothra, the Battle for Earth, which is an 80s Godzilla film, where Mothra has just hatched in her worm form.
I've seen
and
this.
Godzilla's going to fight the worm. And the Japanese actor says in Japanese, oh no, a battle's about to begin, we're all doomed. But there weren't enough, his mouth didn't, American language they couldn't put in there, so they put in his mouth, oh no, they're getting pissed off.
Oh no, they're pissed! What? They're about to fight! No.
Oh no, they're getting pissed off.
I had a very Muppet-esque moment there, just... Kermit the Frog here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I'm gonna end this
Spider-Man.
here. My rating, like I say, if you watch it in Japanese, I would dare say it's 4.5, close to a 5.
really?
Yes.
It's not bad.
But if you watch it in English, it's kind of a struggle. It goes down, I would say, as far as 2.5, 3 if you're generous.
Out of what?
Hell, I don't know. Girls in armor fighting each other.
4.5 out of 5 lesbians.
Yes, why not? Where do you get a 0.5 lesbian?
Shut up.
Thank you.
Wait for that setup.
Wow, this is this has by far been the dirtiest episode of the Lightning Cast we've been allowed to publish.
Find me.
Yeah. This has been a lot of find me, too.
We have to get out here before Ace drops dead. So,
He's already drank all his narcotics.
Hey.
I'm out of Tussin. I need more.
Who drank all my
I'll
Tussin?
tell you when I've had enough.
Have you smelt what I've been releasing?
Andy did.
Not nearly enough.
Sad thing is, it says alcohol-free and non-narcotic. Bull.
Sorry, Ossifer, I'm not as thinking.
How's you drunk I am?
Good thing I'm not driving.
There's no blood
I am
alcohol
not drunk,
stream.
Ossifer.
I'm gonna go home. I need more Tussin.
Sort of drunk I am not God.
And Ossifer.
For the Lightning Cast, I'm Andy.
I think I'm LG. I think.
I'm still not God. I am Mike.
I hope you
I'm
are.
Acer. Where am I, LG?
You don't sound like me.
And we will see you next week if we make it that far.
Find us. Find us.
Comment, rate, subscribe. We love you. please ask some questions and seriously, find me.